And so what I'm going to go over is taking the builds that we created last class and publishing them on itch.io. So I have my game here, but what I really need is my builds folder. So you can see I created the builds folder outside of the main game project folder. That's because if I want to make a copy of the game or compress it and send it to people, the builds are very large files. You can see the Mac build is 60 megabytes. The Windows build is 30 megabytes or around 60 megabytes if you add the two files together. And so we don't want to include that in our main game package because if I wanted to send this to somebody, the game itself is only like 15 megabytes. So that's a much smaller folder that I could, compress and email to someone if I was working with somebody. So we want to make sure our builds folder is outside of the game folder. And then we're basically just going to take the zipped or compressed copies of the build. So I have a zip of this Mac build, and then I also have a zip of the Windows build, and I'm going to upload those to itch.io. Itch.io is basically just a social network for indie games where you can publish or download games, and you can buy games, and you can buy asset packages, and there's all sorts of stuff. They also host game jams, which is another sort of fun way to interact with the gaming world. But anyway, it's a pretty easy process. We're just going to create an account on itch.io. So there's a link right here, and that's going to open up the itch website. I'm going to log in because I already have an account, but you can register by clicking on this button, and it'll probably ask you to fill out a couple of basic details. I don't think it's like too much. Yeah, it's not too much information. Just a username, password, email, pretty typical. So I'm going to log into my account. Let's see. Hopefully I remember my password. Should have logged in before I started. Oh, I'm not filling out the CAPTCHA. Okay, whoops. I have to follow the directions. Okay, there we go. So once you're logged in or you create the account, you are going to see your creator dashboard. And this is where you can create a new project. You can upload a game. You can also, join a game jam or do other stuff. You can also use it as like a blog. So you can like post updates on your game and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that you can do here, but we're just going to focus on the main functionality of creating a new project. You can see I've got a lot of old projects that are, from different examples that I've done in class. And then down here at the bottom, there's a button to create a new project. You can also just click on the menu here, and there should be upload a new project here. So either one of those you can use to create a new project. So I'm going to go to create a new project, and there's just a few things that we have to fill out here. You can add like a lot of images and documentation and different features. I'm just going to fill out kind of the basic stuff that I need to be able to publish a game. And if you want to add more to it, of course, you're welcome to do that. So for the title of my game, I haven't really given my game a title. I just keep calling it my game. So if you have a title for your game, obviously that's a good thing to put here. But I'll just call this my game fall 2023. That's going to generate a URL for the project. You can change that if you want, as long as it's distinct from other URLs. You can put whatever you want here. You can put a tagline here like test out my game for class. You don't have to do that. Most of these defaults we can leave. So the type of project is a game. There's other types of projects like assets or different things that you could put here. And then it's a downloadable, so we're not doing a web-based game, although you could do that if you wanted to. And then for release status, we're going to say in development, so we're still working on it. For pricing, we're going to go with no payments. If you want to do paid, you'd have to like set up a credit card and stuff like that, so we're not going to bother with that for now. And then here's the main thing that we have to do is upload our game. So to do this, we just click on the upload files and go to our builds folder. And then I'm just gonna use the zip files that I created here just because they're a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna upload the Mac build first. And I'm gonna click on the little Mac icon. And then I'm gonna upload my Windows build. And I'll click on the little Windows icon. So that way people know which one to download. You can write a description. I'm gonna say, please test my game. And next week when we work on user testing, we'll add a link to the user testing form that we created here. For genre, you can really, put whatever you want. I guess I'll put platformer. Tags, again, you don't have to do this, but we could put like Pascal, we could put Godot, we could put platformer, whatever you think would be good to add as a tag. You could use the genre of your game or anything like that. If you have more instructions, you can include them here, but ours is pretty straightforward. For community, if you want to disable comments, you can. You won't get any comments, so we don't need to worry about it. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Now, here's the one thing that you have to remember to do, and a lot of people forget to do. You can't make your game public until you test the actual public page. So you can see right here, the public option is disabled. So if you don't look at the page and then come back, you won't be able to make the game public. So if you send a link to somebody, what they're gonna get is just something that says this, this doesn't exist. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna click save and view page. And here's a preview of the game. So if I take this link and I open up an incognito tab, I'm gonna get this 404 not found. And so if you don't go back and set the game to public, this is what I'm gonna see, and this is what other people will see when they try to go to your game page. So we have to remember to go back. We've taken a look at this. This looks fine. You can edit the theme here. So if you want to play around with the way this looks, you can change the text, and you could do some fun stuff here. You don't really need to, but you might want to add some branding and design to this page. But eventually, you have to remember that this is a draft, and if we want to set it to public, we have to go back here. Maybe you want to add an image. I'll just add a random image from my sprites real quick, just to give this something a little more interesting to look at. Maybe I'll do my snake character. And you can add screenshots, you can add a video trailer if you want to. But anyway, what I really need to do is just make sure this is set to public down here, and then click save. And then I can go and view the page. And now this will be public. So if I, again, send this link to somebody, they'll see a real link. So they can download whatever build they want to play, and they can play the game. So let's see. It looks like it didn't finish uploading my image. I wonder if there might be some rules. It's been a while since I did this. There might be some rules about the size of the image, or maybe the internet is just being slow. Anyway, you don't really have to do anything else. You can, oh, it says, okay, I already set the pricing. Okay, I don't know why this is that. Anyway, I don't know, the image is kind of taking a while. I'm gonna ignore that for now. I'm gonna go back to here. And so now this is the link to the game where people will be able to download it and play your game. So we're gonna copy this and we're gonna post it over on the Open Lab so we can all see it. So I'm gonna go back to the Open Lab and make a new post here and say my game on itch.io, and then I'll post a link down here. I don't want to embed a URL, so I'm just going to convert to link. And for now, I'm going to leave this alone, just with the link. But next week, we will go over doing some user testing starting on Thursday. And so what we'll do is we'll create a form for people to fill out and give you feedback about the game, and so that you can incorporate that into updates you make to the game for the final project. So we might want to include a little documentation here. It's a little boring just with the link, so I might put one of my screenshots on here. I guess I don't have any screenshots of my new level. Let's run level 3 and take a couple screenshots. So I'm just hitting Command-Shift-4 and then space, and I'm getting a little screenshot. And let's get another screenshot here. Oops. Okay, and this is sort of the end, so I'll get another screenshot here. So we just want to, create a little bit of documentation, make something that's a little bit more interesting. So I'll just drag these into the project here. This is going to create a little gallery. So that looks fine. And so I want to take a look at how this looks in the blog. And that looks pretty good. You could also include a video. If you have a video of your level, that would be good. And so then I'm going to publish this, and this is what we're going to submit on Blackboard. I should also add a category. Okay, let's add a new category, midterm. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to update that. So just take this link, once you have it, and submit that as the midterm on Blackboard. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So you guys should continue working on the game, but even if you're not 100% done before you leave class, go through these steps. You can always replace the file. So if you go on itch.io, once you've made this page, if you want to replace the file, you can go back here. You can just delete the file and upload a new one. So it's very easy to replace the game with a new build. So I would go through these steps just to make sure you can do all of them and you understand each part. And then if you want to make updates to the game before you turn in the midterm, you can always update your build that you have on here. So that's it for itch.io. I'm going to stop the video here.